BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
What's up, guys? What's going on? Chef Jeff, this dope cooking show. Look, welcome in. Welcome in. Glad you joined me. It's Tuesday. It's 5:30. And it is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. I mean, we be waiting on this one all the time. Cold beer, margaritas, and tacos. I mean, what part of that can you go wrong with, right? So listen, welcome in, guys. Thank y'all for joining me. It has been a whirlwind of a week for me. Been working on some caterings and doing some things, and so I'm a little tired because I've been getting up earlier than usual to go to work earlier than usual to get the food out earlier than usual so that it could get to where it's supposed to be on time. Plus, do other stuff. So, yeah, I just I ain't gonna hold y'all long because it's Cinco de Mayo, so we got to be out. I'm not gonna be out because I gotta go to work tomorrow, but y'all go get me for me two strawberry margaritas, and everybody get two tacos, street tacos. You gotta have street tacos because if you get the regular tacos, I don't think it counts, right? And how bizarre is it that not bizarre, but how cool is it that Cinco de Mayo is on Taco Tuesday? I mean, it really should have been a holiday, and we should all be off work tomorrow so that we can go out and party. But I ain't gonna hold you, right? So it's fine. All right, y'all. So y'all petty. Y'all petty. I saw y'all. So y'all was in my DMs. Y'all wanted to know where and so somebody was like, why you cut the video out? I didn't cut the video out. The BS3 network did because they want y'all to tune in again to see if I'm gonna say something else. And I am, but it's fine. We just, hey, look, one of our superpowers is I see stuff. And I see stuff people don't normally see, right? I'm always looking. Not nosy, because I ain't got to see the whole thing, but I see enough to be like, I cannot believe that you did that. I can't believe that you really thought. Okay, so yeah. So I was in Sam's, right? And I happened to be looking at the specials and looking at the different meats. And I happened to kind of step back and gaze at the whole big picture, right? Because you can see the butchers cutting meat at Sam's and at Costco's, right? So I just I was looking and I seen some unsanitary things that the butcher did that was cutting the ground beef, and it had to do with something coming out of his mouth, going into the ground beef that was going through the grinder at the time. Now I live in a different state than probably wherever you're watching me from. So, and the location I was at, I normally don't be at, and I probably haven't been there in about a year's time now. So, you know, personnel could have changed, right? So it is what it is. But that's some of the stuff that I've seen before. I've gone seen that. I've seen I always when I go out to eat, I sit with my back to the kitchen, right? Because I don't want to see what they're doing in the kitchen. It is a law that you have to that you're supposed to have on gloves when you're cooking for other people, right? That's why I don't really wear gloves when I'm cooking for this Dope Cooking Show because I'm cooking and I'm the one that's gonna eat it. But as a sanitary practice, you should wear gloves. And sometimes I peek through there, with them open kitchen concepts, you see people with no gloves on. You see people with gloves and a piece of the back end of the glove is torn, right? That's that gets into people's food. That's unsanitary. So that's we don't need to be doing that, right? Um, and handling ready to eat foods with your bare hands is you can get dinged on your health inspection on that. So people just don't really pay attention, but I be paying attention. Um, yeah, hold on. Okay, so sorry. My son called. He's the ambassador of the school, Jaden for president, right? And so I'm doing this on my phone today versus on the computer via the phone via the app, blah blah blah. So because this is not gonna be a long video, it's gonna be quick, right? But I wanted to, and so back to my point, I always see stuff, and then me being a chef, I'm not always critiquing the food. I'm critiquing the practice of how we making the food. If I was to critique, most of the times I'm just hungry and I just want to eat, right? Or I'm out with my family and I just want to have some good time, right? I've been to places, very expensive places, and I've ordered a drink and then the drink come out and it's got lipstick on it. And my wife didn't, my doctor didn't have a sip. They just set it down. You know what I'm saying? So crazy is how it happens sometimes, but it happens. So look, we're gonna jump into these food recalls for the week. Uh Current events. There's a cruise ship with 150 people that has hapazilla. I don't know how to say the word, but it's a virus that's on the cruise ship. They can't come nowhere because there's a virus on the cruise ship that was stemmed from maybe some rat droppings, and it's not person to person contagious, but it's contagious. So I'm watching this story because, one, how do we get from rat droppings or rats to people or infected people, right? Um, that's one question. The second question is, how are we spreading it if it's not person to person? How is it being spread, or are we still in the unknown of this virus, right? And is this part of a global something else that's going to be like COVID? Because what I mean, anyway, that's overseas. It's across the water, so they're in like I think Chile, Hungary, off of Africa somewhere. Oh, they're gonna let them dock on the Canary Islands to get medical help on board. The World Health Organization is involved. It's a big to do, but I got questions because how we get from rat droppings, rats, to people to virus to people. Just saying, pay attention to it. Watch, y'all got to tune into the news because it be going down on the news, and I really, I come home and I be like, okay, what's going on in the world today? Because I need to see what's going on, what this administration doing next, who we don't like, who got canceled, and what's going on. Okay, another thing. Did y'all see? Um, okay, so I will never in my life, I don't care how good the chicken is, what it's dusted in, what it tastes like, how good it is, pay $99 for a 10-piece party wing. Do you see my face? I will never pay $99 for a 10-piece party wing. It ain't gonna happen. I don't care how good the restaurant is, ambiance, luxury or not. I'm not doing it. I'm not. It's not gonna happen. Cause what? $99. Hey, look at the TikToks. Look at Instagram. If you ain't on Instagram, get on that thing, and check it out. Okay. This one started February 25th, 2026. Don't mind that light. I got these weird lights in my kitchen, and I don't know how to replace them yet, and they doing funky stuff. I don't have a ghost. My house is not possessed. It's just these lights, and it was off when we started, so whatever. So February 2026. See, went off again. Saputo, uh, Saputo USA recalls Great Value cottage cheese because of possible health risk. The health risk is that it's not fully pasteurized. That started in February 2026, and that is still going on as of right now. Um, Albertson Companies voluntarily recalls um, store made bow tie pasta salad, possible listeria. It's some other words after that. It's possible listeria contamination. The other word I don't know how to say. I'll look it up and tell y'all the next time after the next time, right? Uh, Walmart. Okay, I hate that they be saying Walmart and Costco because I'll be in it, right? But I don't be eating this stuff. So the Walmart recalls the market. Remember, I told you about the market side, the stuff that's over by the in the back by the deli, rotisserie chicken, where they make the rotisserie chickens, the stuff that's prepackaged, it's made, but it's prepackaged, it's packaged up. Market side, fresh cut cucumber slices this is a Texas thing. So if you're in Texas and you're watching, and you get cucumber slices that's already sliced from Walmart, that those have been recalled as of May 23rd. 2025. So they been recalled. They haven't put those back on the shelf because of salmonella outbreak. So these are recalls that I'm reading you are recalls that are still ongoing, right? So I don't know what's happening, but like I would think we just pull them from the shelf and don't put them back out because we didn't find it or I don't know. Anyway, Be- for me, if it's a recall on it, just pull it until we figure out what's causing the recall. It could be in the packaging, the person. It could be in the ingredients, right? Somebody left something out. FIFO, first in, first out. Somebody didn't FIFO the delivery. Somebody didn't FIFO the ingredients. Somebody used a dirty knife, a dirty cutting board, right? Dirty hands, dirty dirt up under the fingernails, which I, if it's dirt up on the fingernails that has caused something, that means you nasty. I just want to say that. That means you nasty. Okay. Um, kimchi. That was because okay, so it's 5-5. So in May of this year, and A and D kimchi, um, possible recall for undeclared fish, anchovies. Right? Have y'all ever smelled anchovies? Disgusting. I wouldn't. I've been turned off from anchovies forever. I used to work at Pizza Hut and Domino's, and I used to hate when people order anchovies on their pizza. Nasty because they not cooked like. But I mean, that would be cooked going to the oven. But they come off the can. You roll the little can top back, and you got anchovy like fish. Gross. Anyway, kimchi, undeclared fish. The fish was anchovies and kimchi. If you don't know what kimchi is, it's like a pickled cabbage, slaw, very spicy to a point like I had something they hurt like it was that hot. So yeah, that next Zaps, dirty Zaps, the potato chips. You find those in gas stations like Murphy's. I haven't seen them in Quick Trip, but they may be in Quick Trip. I'll be in and out. Um, Possible foodborne illness, salmonella, and that is the UTZ Quality Foods LLC. UTZ make kind of like the off-brand chips, right? You see them, you're like, oh, that might be all right. It's they gas station stuff. I've had some before, but I didn't have none this time. Second Nature Keto Crunch Smart Mix. Second Nature Keto Crunch Smart Mix. That's by Second Nature Brands. That is a trail mix, and it is recalled because it contains pistachios, cashews, and cherries, and they weren't listed on the ingredients list, right? All right. Moving on along. Okay, this one hurt me. Kind of hurt me pretty good. Ghirardelli chocolate. Oh, the Ghirardelli chocolate. You talk about the bag of the bag of chocolate that's in Walgreens. It's like $35 a bag, and it's like 6 squares in there. And you bite into it, and then you go to another place. And then when you finish that bite, you come back. Ghirardelli. They got white chocolate mocha, they got white chocolate caramel, white chocolate peppermint, chocolate, everything, dark chocolate, everything. Give her a deli. Oh, it's a free call. Whew. Okay, Ghirardelli Chocolate Company. Ghirardelli. All of the Ghirardelli chocolate possible salmonella, foodborne and salmonella. So just be careful on your chocolate, okay? Just be careful. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got for y'all. Fredericks by Meyer, Vanilla Bourbon Trail Mix, Ferris Coffee and Nut Company, Fredericks by Meyer, Vanilla Bourbon Trail Mix, and that is undeclared wheat and soy. That ain't too bad. Like I said, some of these are because they've left stuff off of the label, right? I remember telling y'all that a few weeks back that you know we left stuff. They leave things off the label. Somebody remembers, they catch it, and they got to pull it because it's not labeled correctly, right? For somebody that has a wheat allergy or soy allergy, gonna get some trail mix and they're gonna have a visit to the hospital, or they're gonna bid us adieu. Okay. Um, let's see what else we got. That was one that I meant to tell y'all about. Walmart, Aldi's, Mama Cozy's frozen pizzas, right? They did not specify which one, cheese, sausage, pepperoni, none of those. But the Mama Cozy, Cozzi, maybe apostrophe S, Cozy, um, frozen pizzas have been called because of a salmonella outbreak. All right. Whew. Y'all got y'all pen and paper, y'all right? Y'all keeping up? Cause I mean, we doing this thing. Lords, Lord, Lords Ice Cream, Silver Moon, Lord's Ice Cream Company. Ice cream, they didn't specify which one. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, Neapolitan, none of that. Undeclared milk, eggs, tree nuts, peanuts, soy, sulfites, and colors. So somebody in the labeling room was on break and messed up bad, okay? Because that's a list of stuff that they did not put in. I mean, that they didn't put on the label. So they recalled all the ice cream. Crazy, 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 crazy. And so, hey, we finna go undercover too, okay? Now, somebody else said that the lab raised meats, lab created meats. Remember I told you about that a few weeks back? Was in the stores, and it's in one of my stores that I be going to. So I'm gonna go undercover, and we gonna go check it out to see if the label say what it say, and if it's really lab created meat in the store. Because if it is, oh, I'm sounding the alarm. I'm telling everybody. I'm gonna stand outside the store and tell the people because strangely enough, it's in a predominantly um, mixed neighborhood, right? And so, why you got this trash in our neighborhood trying to sell it to us, right? Crazy. So I'm gonna go undercover. So it ain't gonna be next week. So y'all just got to sit around, lay around for it, okay? It ain't gonna be next week. It's gonna be one of these weeks though that we gon' I'm a you know put on a Pooh Shiesty mask and go in the store and we gonna find out if they got the lab created meats in the meat section. If your beef come from a cow or a petri dish. Hey, listen, you gotta watch. You gotta watch. Okay. Um, DTF sexual chocolate. It's on the list. It's on the list. DTF sexual chocolate. And it just says chocolate. Undeclared. Oh my God. Undeclared sildenafil or tadalafil. Ain't that like, oh, that's Viagra and Cialis in the chocolate. Nasty. You nasty. Okay, so it's been recalled because it's got Viagra in it. DTF sexual chocolate. Where everybody from? I don't know. And the company is NALPAC. Never heard of it, never seen it in the store. So yeah, all right. Next, Wawa. Ice lemon, iced tea, diet lemonade, and fruit punch from the Wawa company. WAWA. Uh undeclared allergen, undeclared milk. What the undeclared allergen is, it did not go into detail. But if you drink Wawa, you might want to watch what you what you drinking. Cause I mean, what? All right. Raw form, raw farm, raw milk, cheddar, raw milk, cheddar cheese, shredded cheese, and block. So the shredded cheddar cheese, I mean milk cheddar cheese, shredded and block cheese. So the shredded cheese and the block, both of those, potential E. coli. Okay, this raw farm RAW farm, raw milk, cheddar cheese, shredded and the block, possible E. coli outbreak. Recall. They recall. I'm telling y'all, look, we have got to really pay attention because these things come out every week, and I have alerts set on my phone because I be want to see what's what. We do a lot of shopping online, right? So the people shopping don't know that this brand is on the outbreak list, on the recall list. So we got to pay attention to what comes in the house. I be trying to keep up with that. Plus, this is my job. I am a chef, and that is what I do. So I want to make sure that I keep people in the breast of what's happening because they don't really put it on TV no more. They don't really say much. You got to look for it. You got to go. I go and look for if I don't get alerts, I go and look for what has been recalled this week because it's a lot of stuff. Christopher Ranch Garland, Tops Friendly Market, Christopher Ranch Garland, peeled garlic. All right, potential, potential foodborne illness, potential foodborne illness, colostrum and botulism for the garland. All right, Christopher Ranch Garland. Einstein Brothers. The Einstein Brothers Creamery, Bakery, Bagels. Einstein Brothers Bagels. Honey cream cheese. They recall that for almonds. I don't know how honey. How I don't know how almonds. See, that's like that. That's like the outbreak on the ship. How we get from almonds to honey and cream cheese. Where the almonds come in at, right? It's not honey almond cream cheese. It's honey cream cheese. Where the almonds come in? Somebody knocked over a bag of almond dust in the plant. Oh, and so look, I used to work at a Pillsbury plant. Was it Pillsbury? Yeah, because we made Grand's biscuits. So I used to work at a Pill when I lived in Tennessee. I worked in a plant, in a food production plant, and it is one of those things where walking into the place, you covered up like you going to space. Like you got your shoes covered up, pants. You got to put on like a little paper suit, and everything covered up. And you walk through a little puddle of water to wash the bottom of your shoes off. You got gloves on. You got to change your gloves every so many minutes or whatever. And then like the mix rooms, they only would mix a certain batch of stuff. That's why sometimes some of these recalls have batch numbers and product numbers because that leads back to which batch room in the plant they need to go back to find out the source of what's going on. And I worked in one before, and it was pretty cool. It was loud, but it was pretty cool. Like making like seeing what it takes to make biscuits, and you're like, no, I'll just I just make my own at the house. So that's another thing. Stuff starts from powder. We mix in the xanthan gum and all of those different other chemicals, the stuff that you can't really read on them labels. That's really stuff like liquids and powders. They mix together and it starts to form and react to each other and starts to make honey smelling honey smelling biscuits. Like you the little chunks of what y'all think is butter, not butter, something else. I don't know. One of them words on the label that you can't pronounce. That's your butter, where it come from. So you need to go back to my 2 ingredient butter recipe, butter episode, and make your own biscuits at home so that way you know what you put in your stuff, right? Of course, flour, bleach flour is, all that ain't good. But if you everything else though that they put in these biscuits, and they and like the cinnamon rolls, man, what? Okay, what's the place? Cinnabon. We was make Cinnabon cinnamon rolls. I'm just gonna say that, and make your own cinnamon rolls at the house. That's what I would do. Make your own cinnamon rolls at the house. Okay. What else we got? Vital Nutrient, Blue Root Health, Vital Nutrient, Aller C dietary supplement, Aller C dietary supplement. Recall for egg, hazelnut, and soy. Yeah, terrible. Terrible things. Terrible. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go with get some cold beer and margaritas, but I just wanted to share with this, some of this stuff with y'all. Okay. Where we at? Great value, fully cooked, dino shaped chicken breast nuggets. Now, oh Lord, they're coming down my street again because my kids used to eat them dino nuggets, and they was all right. They was pretty cool. Anyway, we whatever. Some things you just can't let whatever. Potential unsafe levels of lead. Okay, the package is a 29-ounce plastic bag. Best if used by February 10th, 2027. Lot code 0416 dog pony DP ostrich DPO 1215. See what I'm talking about? So this is a lot. Like this particular mix room or this particular produce production room, they can go back to when they made this by this date and this code on the packaging and find out what's going on. That's what I was talking about earlier. So if you got those are the numbers that you're gonna look for on your box of Dino Nuggets to find out if you have been affected by this particular recall, right? All right. Let's see. We Are Nuts. Uncle Gillespie's milk chocolate bridge mix. We Are Nuts. Uncle Giuseppe's, not Gillespie. Uncle Giuseppe's milk chocolate bridge mix. Um, Recall for milk, soy, and cashews. Avoid consumption if allergic to, return, or dispose of the product. So sometimes these recalls they tell you what to do with it if you got it. If you got it, throw it away. Like we ain't got going back to the store and say it's a recall, what they gonna do? Give your money back? Okay, cool. Now if it was like a tomahawk steak or something, or some, big cut of meat, I probably would take back like, hey, look, this some lab grown meat, fam. I ain't finna eat this, you know? And they probably would be shocked themselves because I'm pretty sure some people don't really even know that they got stuff in there. But anyway, I digress. What else I got for y'all today? Let me just check my stuff because it's a lot of stuff in here. Um, the potato chips ones threw me off. Listen, they threw me because hey, they got some voodoo chips made by that same company. What? Okay, voodoo chips, the sour cream French onion dip. What? Get to it. All right. Okay. Okay. Speaking of chips, Frito Lay voluntary allergy alert on undeclared milk and Miss Vicky's spicy dill potato chips. I like the Miss Vicky's. Now this spicy dill, I ain't ever. I don't be nah, but the Miss Vicky chips hit. I do need. I want Miss Vicky's. I'm gonna tell you, they need to put more of them barbecue chips. The barbecue in the mixed bag. So you can go Sam's Costco, get the mixed box, right? It's got 4 different flavors in there, right? But it'd be like 3 bags of the barbecue chips. I'm in it for the barbecue chips. Just saying. Them barbecue chips with a Jersey Mike's sandwich, Mike's way, minus the oil and the vinegar, that's a good day. That's a good lunch meal right there. Okay, Frito Lay issues a limited recall on Tostitos Cantina traditional yellow corn tortilla chips for undeclared milk. It is what it is. Mama, this is for my mama right here, because my mama. So if you are in the Midwest, they have stores called Deerbergs. Deerbergs is the fancy store. Com- So if you're from Texas, Deerbergs in the Midwest compares to like Tom Thumb. Um, yeah, yeah. So our Tom Thumb is their Deerbergs, right? Deerbergs market issues an allergy alert on undeclared wheat in product. These home style mashed potatoes. So just like in the market side um, section, they got mashed potatoes already made up, undeclared wheat at Deerbergs. Take it or leave it. It ain't crazy, but I know my mom be going to Deerbergs and don't get the mashed potatoes, mama. Don't get them. Okay, don't get them. Make your own. We like yours anyway. All right, I think I done gave y'all enough to wrap y'all head around. What else was I gonna tell y'all? I think that's it, y'all. I don't want to overload y'all too much on Cinco de Mayo. Y'all gonna be side eyeing everybody tonight. You need tacos. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Cinco de Mayo is holiday time in Mexico. I just had to say that one line because it comes from Girlfriends. Doc and Z watch do Girlfriends, and they play the episode, and Joan be acting for the old people, and so she be doing this. And it's funny. You have to see it. This is something you have to see. But that always sticks out of my mind in the month of May. So you got May the 4th be with you, Star Wars, and then Cinco de Mayo, and Cinco de Mayo is holiday time in Mexico. So anyway, street tacos, get you some. If you don't got no street taco place by you, I don't know what to tell you, because street tacos go crazy here in Texas. And I've been to some places that's got some street tacos that are bomb. Okay, This place I go to, Pepper Street Tacos. She got some of the best street tacos, and she got this burrito. Now, this I'm gonna let y'all in on a fat moment, and then I'm out of here. This burrito is probably 3 pounds. Okay, it's $14. It's got refried beans, which I don't get, rice, cheese, and like 18 pounds of meat, right? And then she put it in the container. You got to hold it with two hands, unless you cut it in half, and then you got to hold that half with two hands, right? And then it comes with sour cream, pico, and guacamole with the cilantro and onions. Okay, so the side is the cilantro and onions on top of the guacamole. I be scooping that guacamole and slathering it on there. Listen, fat kid, fat person moment. I ain't ashamed because I mean, if I didn't have to go to work in the middle of the night, I would probably be over there and give me a burrito, and I would probably stop at the other little place and give me a little strawberry margarita or two on the way home. But you know, I got places to go, people to see, things to do, and I just want to let y'all in on what's going on. This the cooking show. This is a quick one. Hey, I check out next week. I'm not gonna eat, but I'm gonna see y'all. Peace.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.